The world of reality television was cast under a somber shadow as the vibrant lights and energetic atmosphere of the set faded into a quiet stillness. The sudden loss of a beloved personality sent ripples through the industry, leaving an unmistakable void that could be felt by all who had followed her journey. News broke that Kelsey Bateman, a familiar face to many and a cherished friend to those who knew her personally, had passed away unexpectedly at just 39 years old. The announcement came as a shock, not only to her family and close friends, but also to the countless fans who had watched her on their screens and felt a connection to her story. Her family described her death as entirely unexpected, a heartbreaking event that left them reeling and searching for answers. The outpouring of emotion from fans and loved ones was immediate and overwhelming, as people from all walks of life came together to mourn her loss and support one another in their grief. Kelsey, remembered for her infectious humor, quick wit, and genuine authenticity during her time on VH1's Rock of Love, made a lasting impression on viewers and fellow contestants alike. Though her appearance on the show was brief, her personality shone brightly, and she quickly became a fan favorite for her down-to-earth nature and ability to bring laughter to any situation. The news of her passing, which broke on August 31, 2025, reverberated across social media and news outlets. Fans and former castmates alike shared their memories, stories, and heartfelt condolences, creating a wave of collective mourning that highlighted just how many lives Kelsey had touched during her time in the spotlight. Social media quickly filled with tributes, as people from around the world posted photos, shared clips, and wrote messages celebrating Kelsey's life. The unique bond between reality TV personalities and their audience was on full display, as fans expressed how much her presence had meant to them and how her authenticity had inspired so many to be themselves. As the details surrounding her passing remain private, the focus has shifted to honoring the joy, laughter, and warmth that Kelsey brought into the lives of those around her. Friends and loved ones have gathered to share stories, reminisce about happier times, and celebrate the legacy she leaves behind, a legacy built on kindness, humor, and a genuine love for life. Kelsey Bateman's story serves as a poignant reminder that behind every reality TV persona is a real person with hopes, dreams, and the power to touch countless lives. Her impact will be felt for years to come, as fans and friends alike remember the light she brought to the world, both on and off the screen. In 2009, VH1's Rock of Love bus took reality dating to a whole new level, transforming the traditional format by taking the show on the road. Instead of a mansion, the contestants and Bret Michaels would travel from city to city, living together on a tour bus that doubled as their home, stage, and battleground for affection. Among the 23 hopefuls vying for Bret's heart was 21-year-old Kelsey Bateman from Utah, a small-town girl with big dreams and an even bigger sense of adventure. Leaving behind her familiar routines, family, and friends, Kelsey stepped onto the bus with a mix of nerves and excitement, ready to embrace the unknown. The roar of the engine and the flashing lights of the cameras signaled the start of a journey that would be anything but ordinary. Life on the bus was intense. Contestants slept, ate, and competed in tight quarters, with little privacy and nowhere to hide from the drama. The relentless pace, late-night challenges, and constant travel pushed everyone to their limits, both emotionally and physically. Yet from the very beginning, Kelsey's optimism and quick wit set her apart. While others clashed or schemed, she found ways to lighten the mood, making friends and even making the crew laugh behind the scenes. Kelsey's candid reactions and her ability to laugh at herself made her instantly relatable. She didn't try to be someone she wasn't, and her authenticity shone through, even when the cameras were rolling and tensions were high. As the competition heated up, Kelsey navigated the chaos with a sense of wonder and genuine curiosity. Her open-mindedness and willingness to embrace every twist and turn quickly made her a fan favorite, both among viewers and her fellow contestants. Even in the early days, it was clear that Kelsey was carving out a unique place for herself. She wasn't just another contestant. She was someone who brought heart, humor, and a refreshing perspective to the wild world of reality TV. For Kelsey, the journey was about more than just winning. It was about staying true to herself, embracing every moment, and proving that sometimes the best way to stand out is simply to be real, no matter how wild the ride gets. Kelsey Bateman's background as a Utah native made her a fascinating contrast on Rock of Love bus. Raised in a place known for its wide-open spaces and traditional values, Kelsey brought a fresh perspective to a world defined by wild parties, big personalities, and the unpredictable chaos of reality TV. Her journey from the quiet landscapes of Utah to the flashing lights of the tour bus was more than just a change of scenery. It was a leap into the unknown, a test of her adaptability and spirit. At just 21, Kelsey's innocence and warmth stood out among more seasoned contestants, many of whom had already seen their share of heartbreak and drama. But beneath her gentle demeanor, she possessed a sharp wit and a rebellious streak that often caught others off guard. She wasn't afraid to speak her mind or challenge the status quo, even when it meant standing alone. Her laughter was genuine, her kindness real, but she also had a playful edge that made her unpredictable and fun to watch. The generational gap between Kelsey and Bret Michaels, he was 45, added a unique tension and curiosity to their interactions. While Bret brought decades of rock and roll experience, Kelsey offered a youthful perspective, unburdened by the cynicism that sometimes comes with age. Their conversations were a blend of curiosity, mutual respect, and the occasional clash of worldviews, making every moment between them unpredictable. Bret was undeniably drawn to her energy and authenticity, but he often wondered if someone so young and untested could truly handle the demands of his world. Kelsey, for her part, met his doubts with playful irreverence, never letting herself be intimidated by his fame or the expectations of the show. She teased him, challenged him, and brought out a lighter side in the rock star that viewers rarely saw. In her confessionals, Kelsey revealed a mix of awe and bemusement at the spectacle unfolding around her. She was often surprised by the drama, amused by the antics of her fellow contestants, and honest about her own insecurities. These moments gave viewers a window into her inner world, a place of wonder, humor, and self-reflection. More than just a quest for love, Kelsey's journey became one of self-discovery and resilience. She learned to trust her instincts, to stand up for herself, and to embrace the challenges that came her way. Each episode saw her growing stronger, more confident, and more comfortable in her own skin. She embraced the fun and excitement of the rock and roll lifestyle, but never lost her sense of self. Even in the wildest moments, Kelsey remained grounded, always remembering where she came from and what she stood for. The Utah girl in the rock and roll world was determined to experience every moment, for better or worse. She approached each new challenge with open eyes and an open heart, eager to learn, to grow, and to make memories that would last a lifetime. Kelsey's authenticity made her story compelling and real, reminding viewers that sometimes the most unlikely people can shine the brightest when given the chance. In a cast of 23, Kelsey Bateman stood out not through drama, but through authenticity and humor. She reacted to the show's chaos with refreshing honesty, making her confessionals a highlight for viewers. Kelsey's self-deprecating humor and openness made her relatable and grounded amidst the manufactured drama. She wore her heart on her sleeve, sharing both excitement and insecurities without pretense. Her willingness to be imperfect made her perfectly relatable. Kelsey generally avoided petty conflicts, focusing instead on enjoying the adventure. Fans rooted for her because she was real, not because she was the loudest. In a world of personas, Kelsey proved that being yourself is the best way to stand out. Every season has its unforgettable moments, and for Kelsey Bateman, it was the infamous speed bump incident. After a wild night, Kelsey was found lying on a speed bump, overwhelmed and emotional, a scene that became legendary among fans. Rather than hide from the embarrassment, Kelsey owned it with humor. "I can't be the only girl that's got drunk and laid on a speed bump." Her self-awareness and refusal to be shamed made the moment endearing, not scandalous. The incident, though hilarious to viewers, was a turning point for Bret Michaels, who saw it as a red flag. For Bret, it raised doubts about Kelsey's ability to handle his lifestyle. What was a relatable, human moment for fans became a serious consequence in the competition. The speed bump incident perfectly captured Kelsey's unfiltered spirit. The fallout from the speed bump incident was swift. Kelsey found herself in the bottom group at the next elimination. Bret Michaels, citing concern for her well-being, decided her tour should end, believing the lifestyle was too much for her. Kelsey's reaction was classic. No tears, just her trademark humor and acceptance. In her final confessional, she quipped, "Apparently Bret just can't handle a girl that likes to get drunk and lay on speed bumps." She reframed her exit as his loss, not hers, and joked about seeking a less rock and roll partner next time. Kelsey left with grace and wit, solidifying her status as a fan favorite. Her departure was a reminder that sometimes the best stories come from those who stay true to themselves. Unlike many reality stars, Kelsey Bateman quietly stepped away from the spotlight after Rock of Love. She didn't chase fame or become a fixture in the entertainment world. Instead, she returned to a private life. This choice reinforced the authenticity fans admired. She was never playing a character for attention. Kelsey's post-show years were lived largely out of the public eye, valuing personal peace over recognition. Her reserved social media presence reflected her desire for privacy. The news of her passing is especially poignant, reminding us that her TV persona was just a small part of a much fuller life. Kelsey's story is a powerful counter-narrative to the fame cycle, showing it's possible to move on and grow beyond reality TV. Her graceful exit made her memory all the more special. Kelsey Bateman's death has sparked an outpouring of grief and nostalgia from the Rock of Love community. Fans and former contestants have shared memories and tributes, celebrating her wit and authenticity. Clips of her best moments, especially the speed bump story, circulate as reminders of her charm. Behind the scenes, Kelsey was remembered as a friend who could make anyone laugh. Her legacy is one of laughter and realness in a genre often defined by conflict. Kelsey proved you could be beloved without being the loudest or most dramatic. Her ability to turn flaws into comedy gold made her unforgettable. Though her time was short, the joy she brought continues to echo. As we remember Kelsey Bateman, it's important to look beyond her reality TV persona and honor the whole person. The bold, funny contestant was just one chapter in a life filled with family, friends, and experiences far from the cameras. Kelsey's journey on Rock of Love highlighted the pressures of reality TV, but also her remarkable sense of self. She owned her mistakes, turned them into humor, and gave viewers permission to embrace their own imperfections. The speed bump incident is legendary not for scandal, but for its humanity. Kelsey's courage to be unapologetically herself touched viewers deeply. Her story is a reminder to lead with empathy and celebrate the light people bring, however briefly. Kelsey Bateman was more than a reality star. She was a bright, funny, and courageous woman whose warmth will be remembered.